Hi guys, quick announcement really quick. As you can tell, I'm sitting in the classroom right now, going over some work, doing some things, trying to get a semblance of normalcy here in the classroom, in the anticipation that eventually, at some point in time, we'll come back here. But anyway, that's beside the point. Just want to go over some things about the spelling test and clarify a few things about what my expectations are with regard to the spelling test that you take every Friday. So what's important for you to understand is that if you are one of those types of students that are really grade oriented, meaning you want to get the highest score that you can possibly get, that's great, and I always encourage you to do so. But those students who are perhaps wanting to focus a little bit more on a grade as opposed to learning something, you might feel compelled to go so far as to copy the words that I posted in the Google Doc and then paste them as your response to the spelling test. Obviously, that's cheating. That's not learning anything. But the point is that the spelling tests really do not add very much to your overall language arts grade. I look at them when you turn in your spelling test, I look at them to check and see how well you've understood the concepts and what have you. And so if you're one of those students that's in the habit of copying the spelling words and then pasting them, obviously there's not a whole lot I can do about that with our distance learning, other than to point out the fact that you're cheating yourself out of an education. And it's in the long run, it's not really going to help you too much. And at the same time, it's also diminishing my trust in you to make the right choices. And we can always move forward, and we can make better choices in the future, and we can work, do our schoolwork in order to really actually learn something and commit it to our memories so that we can use that in the future. But we can't go back in time and try and reestablish the trust that I have in you to make the right decisions. And so when I'm looking at your spelling tests, and I see that it's possible that you just copied and pasted your work, that trust has gone down a little bit, and it's difficult to earn that back. And so I just wanted to post this video really quick just so that you can understand that using those tricks and those things in life don't really help you advance and become a better person. And in fact, they diminish you a little bit. And I encourage you to work and to study and to benefit from the payoff that you get from doing the hard work and from doing the studying. Believe me, just taking shortcuts and doing things just to get them over with so that you can move on to the next activity is not ever going to help you be successful in your schoolwork, and then that sets you up for bad habits in the future and shortcuts. And unfortunately, shortcuts don't really work too well. So I just wanted to point that out because I was going through some of the spelling tests, and it was kind of obvious that some people were just copying and pasting. And it's your decision. You can continue to do that. And I have really no way of knowing 100% for sure. But it really, in the long run, does not do you any service. It doesn't do you any good. And so I would encourage you, if you do a little bit of work every single day with your spelling, you don't have anything to worry about as far as whether or not you remember the words. And it doesn't really matter if you remember how to spell the words or not. You should celebrate the times when you make a mistake. That's a time for you to learn something. And that's the best opportunity that you've got, is to learn something. If you already know it, what's the point in being here in school? But we don't know everything, and we're here to make sure that we can be as successful human beings and adults as we can, and that's the learning process, is by doing the work. So that's all I have to say about that. If you have questions, send me an email. And please do your work, all right? Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.